Alright, so here's this project. It's in a Fender USA case. Let's take a look and see what's in here. This is a 1981 Fender Bullet. It's in pieces, and I just had it painted, and the paint job turned out really good on this one. So this is my project. Got a little bag of parts right here. Let's try to put this thing together. Okay, so I believe I have it all wired up properly. I have the black knobs. I put those back on. I didn't have a three-way tip that fit on there. The only one I had is this big white one that looks like it belonged on a telly. And I had 6 of these saddles, and so I put these saddles on here, but unfortunately on this pickguard, this is a metal pickguard. And on this pickguard, the one hole for some reason is drilled out a little bit too big right here. So I think I'm going to have to get like a little washer or something to put right there, because the whole spring and everything falls through there. It's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to be more like this. See? So I got to do something about that. I put some nice long screws in here on these 4 right here. See these other holes right here? I think at one time somebody tried to do a string through kind of an install instead of the string coming through the back of the pickguard right here. This is actually a metal pickguard. It's the strangest thing. But I think somebody tried to do string through at a time, but I've had this thing repainted. Turned out really good, and I'm trying to put it back to as close as possible original shape. And so now I'm going to try to put the neck on, and so wish me luck. Here we go with this. Now unfortunately this isn't the original neck plate. But, you know, you do what you can. Okay, there's that. And then I will take my little stubby screwdriver here, and I'll tighten those things. Now, you know, there's a good chance that this might have to come back off if it needs to be shimmed or anything. But at this point, I'm just trying to get the guitar together. Okay, there it is. Okay, so these are the original Kluson style tuning keys that was on this guitar. But unfortunately, they're all kind of messed up, and I don't have all the parts. So I am going to put on these Fender tuners that, you know, like the Made in Mexico ones. Let's see, yeah, I'm going to put a set of these on. it's going to help. Alright, so it's getting closer. I have the tuners on, and they're looking pretty good. You know, it's going to be more stable, and the tuning will be better than those old ones that were kind of messed up. So, got that going. And today's string of choice, 8-gauge strings, man. I love these things. So, we'll see what happens. We're going to put some 8s on it. The low E string is a 38. So a lot of guys use that as their A string. But the strings just kind of put a little tiny bend in it. And the strings actually go right here through the back of the bridge. Now, I was telling you guys, at one time somebody drilled holes through this so that they could put the strings down through the body. But hopefully this is going to work. Let's see what happens here. Alright. These are weird. How they go on there. Might have to do a bunch of adjusting there, but let me string it up. We'll see what happens. Well, okay, I got the strings on there. And they are really close to the fingerboard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the neck off of it. And I'm going to loosen the truss rod. Alright, so let's just take some regular Phillips screwdriver. Stick it in right there. I don't know if they had dual action truss rods back in the day. I think to get relief in the neck, you just had to back it off all the way. There we go. There we go. And I will use my screwdriver just to tighten these babies up. Alright, so I'm just going to raise these saddles a little bit. I got real lucky because I had these saddles on a telly that I had. You know, I kind of hate these 6 and 9 saddles. And so I ordered a set of those brass, you know, saddles, the old vintage brass ones. And I put that on that telly that I had. So I had these things laying around. And even though I hate them, I decided, you know, that's what originally came on this guitar. So at least I have some original stuff on this thing. Sometimes these come out so far that sometimes the strings actually hit on those. So I hate these saddles. But that's what originally came on this. So now I'm going to take it out front, plug it into my favorite amp, and sit and play with it for a while. And just sort of kind of analyze the whole thing, right? I want to rock! Well, guys, I'm very pleased with how this thing turned out. The Fender Bullet was originally designed by John Page and manufactured and marketed by the Fender Musical Instrument Corporation. It was first introduced as a line of student guitars to replace the outgoing Mustang and Music Master models. Here's the bridge pickup a little bit. The guitars were manufactured in Fullerton, California. Guys, I wish I would have took some pictures of this thing when I first got it, but turned out really good. I mean, the body, my buddy that painted the body, it turned out great. There wasn't much I could do to the neck other than polish the frets. There were 2 models were available. The Bullet, known as the Standard Bullet, which this one is, and then the Bullet Deluxe. Now the difference is that on the standard bullet you had this metal pickguard that wrapped up like this and worked as a bridge. On the Bullet Deluxe you had a regular Stratocaster tremolo arm and system inside it. There's both pickups. And then here's your front pickup. And one fun little fact, this guitar was used in the, oh, who are those guys? Oh, Twisted Sisters, We're Not Gonna Take It video, right at the beginning of the video where the little kid says, I wanna rock. He was holding one of these Fender bullets. Thank you so much for watching. If you want a ZIMM'S Guitars t-shirt, there'll be a link in the description below. Have a great day. There you guys.